titled this Happy Rainy Sunday because it's a happy Sunday, but it's raining. It is it is one of those mornings you wanted to curl into bed and not get up. I'll show you. It's happy rainy Sunday. And Mocha was not happy because Mocha does not like the rain. Um, so you can start seeing the naked trees, as Christina would call them. So I wanted to take an opportunity to say thank you, everybody. First of all, for showing up, for all of the well wishes, for all of the super chats and super stickers. Thank you all for those that became members last night. We had a blast. Um, and there were people that I were hoping were there that weren't for one reason or another, and I hope they're okay. And there's people that showed up that absolutely surprised me, and um, I'm grateful. Um, I just sat there and thought, we had some bumps for sure. I thought the night before I came on live for a little bit, crocheted with everybody, I'm thinking, everything worked perfectly. The night that I needed it to work without fail, everything went wrong. I was like, but we got through it. We had fun. And I think if it shows anybody that's thinking, I don't have the right equipment, I, don't know if I'm going to get flustered if I do something like this and then something goes wrong, just do it. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Brazy Girl. Hi, Sandy. Just do it. Hi, ASAP Lizzie. Just, you know, you know, it's just go ahead and do it. I know things may not go as planned, but that's okay. People still stuck there, and they stuck with me, and we went through it. We started, hi Kristen, we started with connection, and we ended with connection. And that is what my mantra for 2025 is going to be, is connection, connection, connection. It can't fix everything, guys. It's not going to. But we know who's the only person that can fix it. But at the end of the day, connection is the thing that is going to help you through whatever you're going through on a daily basis. We always know that we can go running to God and running to the Lord, and that's where we should be going. But He asks us to gather together. He asks us to come together and lean on each other and be there for the support, and we all need that. And you guys changed my life in so many ways over the past year. I just keep looking at that video I created. I look at the first live going, oh my goodness, we've come such a long way since January 13th. Our anniversary for our channel will always be January 13th, even though the channel was created before that, right? It is, hi Donna, it is, Ardina, sorry, is because January 13th was the first live that we did. And that is always going to be our anniversary for this channel. The crazy thing about it, and I know that the 13th for people, sometimes they have their little superstitions, I can't say it this morning, about the 13th. For us, it's kind of a lucky day because when Jordan was coming home, I said to Christina, I said, why did you pick, because he came from a shelter, that was Christina's service dog, and we didn't know what day his birthday was, so I said to her, why didn't you just make it the day that he came home to be with us? Well, it happened to be Friday the 13th, and I said, Christina, you can't pick that, and she goes, Mom, I wouldn't have picked that anyway. She said, I want his birthday to be my birthday. So they share a birthday. But for us, the 13th is something that brought us a lot of blessings and walking through that door, and then now being home with us permanently, what a change that made in that child's life. So I think it's kind of ironic that I did our first live on January 13th. He came home on July 13th of 2012, which seems like forever ago. And as everybody's kind of going into the holidays, I realized that yesterday. I was like, it's 5:30 and it's already getting dark. I was born on April 13th, so see, some people, the 13th is a good day. I just thought people, I was kind of like, it's already getting dark. And so, 5:30, 6 o'clock, whereas before it was light till 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So, and this morning I'm like, it'd been nice to just curl up in the bed and not get out of bed. It's raining, it's cold. It took me a while to get moving. I didn't want to get up and do, go to church, but I am going. And so, we know that going into the holiday season, as wonderful and as magical as it is, it's going to be difficult. I think of Josh's biological father, who probably has no desire to spend, to have any kind of holiday. Just lost his wife this week. And he's not going to be anywhere near wanting to have any kind of holiday season. He's he's grieving his wife, and so which is not Josh's mom, but people are going through difficulty. They're going through different things in their lives, but I'm going to encourage you to find some kind of joy, even if it's just a little bit in the holiday season. It could be as simple as, if you love snow, it snowed today. Or you know what, I had a really good cup of coffee today. Or you know what, I picked up something new today. Hi, Brian. I'm going to challenge people to go start doing and figuring something new. I thought it was such an encouragement. Echo says, I've got all these people around me that crochet, and I'm starting to learn how to crochet, and I'm not good with it yet, but I'm going to keep trying. And I said, good for you. Go ahead and just try something new. And she said, I could just see myself getting lost in it. I'm like, you will. Don't worry, you will. But don't ever say never, because I did my first hat, and I thought, I'm never picking up the crochet hooks again. Look at me now. Hi, the Bud Files. How are you? I thought, I'm not going to pick it up, right? And I did. And I now find it such a comfort. I get involved in old shows and old series. Like, I think the next one I'm going for is Matlock. I haven't seen Matlock in a long time, but it's going to make me want to crave a hot dog. My grandfather loved to watch, my papu, loved to watch Matlock, because Matlock always had a hot dog, and he said he lived vicariously through Matlock with this hot dog. So, and my grandmother would only allow him to have one hot dog a year, and we would have to go, at that time, the only hot dogs he wanted, and it's the only ones I can really eat, are Nathan's hot dogs. And we would go to the mall, when there was a mall, right? Yep, one a year. That's all he could have, was one a year. And so he would have to go to the mall, and there was a Nathan's place, and he would get it with all the toppings he wanted. My grandfather had multiple sclerosis, so there was, he had some high blood pressure and all those things. So because of that and the sodium, he couldn't have it. I guarantee you, he probably would have had hot dog every month if he could have. But he would sit down. That was the time that, when you watched a series like that, would come out every year, or not every year, every week. So he would sit there and say, I'm living vicariously through Matlock and having my hot dog. One hot dog a year is a cruel and unusual punishment. I remember, Mom, you read someplace where they're eating our hot dogs. And I can only eat Nathan's hot dogs. I don't know what it is. I guess because that's what we ate. But we would have to go to the mall and have a hot dog because they didn't have Nathan's. And the only one he would have was an Nathan hot dog.
They have them.
I have a hot dog cravings at least 5 times a year. I like putting hot dogs in my lentil soup. I love that. I love doing that and putting a little bit of like balsamic vinegar or apple cider vinegar or some kind of vinegar on the top and putting cheese on it. I love that. Nathan's are the best. They're I had hot dogs recently. We just bought a pack. My husband did. I'm like, Nathan's. But he would get it. He'd get it all, all done up and all the toppings and everything. But guys, that's today's Ohio weather. And Mocha was not having it. She was absolutely.
She came in and went on the bed and sulked.
She came in from the wet weather and she was sitting in the bed to sulk. I was like, I am not having this. But I'm gonna encourage people maybe over the holiday season, go look at what Captain Calhoun is doing with painting. He's picking up paint and he's just doing it. He's not necessarily looking at trying to make a masterpiece. He's just trying to learn. Go buy paints and paint pour, and you can go to Dollar Tree and pick up canvases. I sent him Dollar Tree canvases. You don't need to go to a craft store and pick up canvases if you're just trying to practice. Go to Walmart. They have diamond art. I mean, you could get lost, and I miss my diamond art, but I'm so busy with the crochet right now, I can't think about it, but I will get back to it. You get lost. I mean, I used to go back and do the diamond art and watch it grow, and I would get lost in the diamond art kind of thing, and I have to get back into it because I loved it. I've got an Elvis picture that I've got to finish, and I love snowmen, and I have a snowman one I have, and so forth. So, get diamond art. Now, if you do diamond art, I would recommend getting a light board because that lights the back of the diamond. And if you're like me that needs to see a little bit better, I actually got a magnifying glass with a little light so I can see the numbers better. But go get diamond art. Go get an adult coloring book. Do something during the holiday season if you find that you're just down, you're kind of low a little bit. Find something to go do. Don't sit there going, it's the holiday season, this and that. You may be struggling, and if you are, get connected. There are our channel. There's the Lifeboat. There's Relatable Reese. There's Chow. There's Kristen. There's Pup Groomer. There is just so many channels that are now leaning into this connection, guys, and we can lean right back into it. I don't know if I can get it this way. Not see the cows? There's the cows. They're out there in the winter. Lean into the connection, and you will find out it is going to help even just a little bit to lift yourself. Now, I'm going to say this with a little bit of preference around it. Yesterday, people came in. There were people that came in for the giveaway, and that's fine. We wanted to give back to everybody that has been there for this channel. We wanted to say thank you. We wanted to make it fun. We wanted to celebrate. It was huge because we didn't think we were going to get there. But people just need to realize, and it's going to be a topic of conversation, is if you think that when you come into a channel like this, if you come into Lifeboat, or you come into Relatable Reese, or any live chat, if you realize that you are getting a gift every time you come in, I can give it by opening this up and giving the gift of connection, and I can receive connection. And when I'm going into chats, you can give connection and you can receive connection. I was somebody that kind of lurked for a while, and then I started to get involved in with the chats and in with the connection. I never thought I'd do, be on the other side of the camera, even though everybody in my family says, boy, were you born to do this? Josh, I said to him, how overwhelmed were you last night? He said, I was so overwhelmed just trying to deal with the giveaway tool. He said, I can't imagine what you do in that screen. And I was like, and he said, on top of the fact that your computer was deciding that it was not going to want to party. And it didn't get the memo, apparently. But we can be the recipient of the connection. We can give the connection. And that is a priceless gift that you can get every time you come into a live chat. Show up, participate, be a part of helping that community grow. If you have a page, no matter how big or small, and you have a channel that is doing good things and showing, helping, other channels grow, whatever it is, go ahead and share their channel. We all have social media. I don't think sometimes we think about taking, the share button and maybe sharing it on your Instagram page or your social media, but you can do that. Let people know, hey, this person on YouTube does a lot of connection and it's really helped me, and let's go forward with that. So I'm just going to really encourage everybody to do, if nothing else, throughout the holiday season, make sure you're connected. It is why we are doing a live every solitary day in December. We're going to show up. I'm going to show up every day, one way or another, to make sure that you guys have that you are connected, and that you can continue to be connected through it. We'll get through this. We're going to get through it together. And we're going to stay connected no matter what. That's the important part. I don't care who you voted for. I don't, I know what I believe as far as, religious-wise. If you differ on that, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. But I still want you to come in. Just be respectful in the chat, and most people are. We do have every once in a while those people that come in and don't know how to behave appropriately, and that's okay. I got mods, well, I'll take care of them. But for the most of the time, we have wonderful people that come in here and participate and communicate and do the connection. And guys, you know what? I can talk. Did we not know that I can talk? If you haven't gotten the memo yet, I can talk. But it is even more, it means more to me when I can see people. I have a voice, but it's gonna need to rest today. When people in the chat connect. I was watching last night as I was sitting there going, not tonight, computer. And it was having issues. And I was sitting there going, I was watching the chat and I was like, put aside what the computer is doing. Everybody's doing what they want them to do. They're talking and they're connecting. I can talk, but let's get this chat open, and we can. And if you're working, I'm going to encourage you to say one word. It is really simple. Hello. And if you will start to feel, I know there will be people that will be in here that will say hello right back. And it doesn't take much. And I know if you're lurking, you may be a little nervous to say that. But if you start, it's like crochet. You may not be able to stop. You'll start talking. You'll start opening up a little bit. And so say that magic word that says, oh, come and participate and show up in the chats. It makes me smile every time I see it. It makes me smile every time when I'm kind of quiet for a few seconds. I know it's dead air and I'm not having it right. But I love with just a moment or two, if I'm silent or if I'm thinking of something, people are chatting in the chat. I'm like, guys, that's what it's all about. That's what I want you guys doing. The magic is not me. The magic is not behind the camera. It is in the chat. It all comes in there. That's the basis. I'm just the facilitator. And I loved it last night that we ended up with a connection, even though my computer, again, was deciding that it was not wanting to party. I get it. I did go into my computer and go and see if I could get rid of some things. I'm like, why is this in here? Why is that in there? And maybe it'll work. We're just babying the computer along because I don't have the funds to go out there and get the computer yet. But I will eventually. It'll happen, but that's down the road. But we'll get there. And then, but I'll sit there and always be very thankful for the computer that got me this far. And we're just going to continue making that computer. I made a joke, and I said, well, Josh, when this computer finally get a new one, I said, I'll give it to my son-in-law. He can use it for target practice. And he goes, my husband does not want to throw away anything. And he's, but I have plans for it. I'm like, what? Because I have plans for it, and I want to be there to see. But I'm very grateful I have it. I'm very thankful I have it. But last night I was like, not tonight. But it worked, and we got through it. And more importantly, community stuck around. I'm doing it. I'm trying. The computer was just acting up. So we're almost at church. We're going to get off because I can't go down the stairs yet, so they've got to open the back door. And it's raining. I brought my walker today, and I've got my knee brace on. My knee's not happy. But we'll get through it. I need to baby it a little bit more than I have been over the next couple of days, but we'll get there. Thank you guys for showing up last night. Remember, stay connected, everybody. We got you covered. You certainly had us covered last night. And remember, be proud of being yourself, because guess what? Everyone else is taken. I love you all. Have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. God bless. And remember, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad it is. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You're going to call